Opened back in 2003. Have a look at the link. Lincoln Financial Field, where 70,000 are rocking and ready to go in Philadelphia. Just a short time ago, these Philly fans in full roar as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. Pyrotechnics ablaze. They're set to go. Eagles will match up with the Washington football team. Alongside the incomparable Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and CD, as we settle into this one group that won't be settled, these opposing defenses, because they have to try and stop two of the more mobile quarterbacks in the NFL. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. Takes it at the 7. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
And this is a game for grit, determination, and somehow finding a way not to panic. What a horrible start for them. I mean, they haven't won a game yet. So now, as a quarterback, you're not just talking to your team. You've got to demonstrate to them what they need to do to win. He's got to be the leader by how he plays.
4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. From the gun, it's Hurts. That's swung out wide to Sanders. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that, because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
To throw again on second down. Hurts. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over it that time, but it's going to lead to third down. Here's Hurts to throw. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
On fourth down, on is the punter, Colby Wadman. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. Leading the charge will be their quarterback, always fun to watch, Deshaun Watson.
And he's exactly the man you want control of your offense. Excellent arm, good zip on the ball, not afraid to use his legs when he needs to. And what he's excelled at doing is making plays when the first read isn't available or when the pressure's about to get to him.
Watson on first down. This is the tight end Fant. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 8 catches, 65 yards, and a touchdown as well.
And he's able to pull that last pass in, but this is usually a pretty tough unit to try and maneuver against. They're in the top 10 in the league against the pass, and you and I both know there's not much difference between 1 and 10.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Well, this crowd does not like that call.
Understandable reaction from them. That's their team that the penalty's going against. But you and I both know they're going to take care of the quarterback.
On first down, Watson going right back to Fant.
Let's go, let's go. That's how we do, D. That's how we do. They don't want to know. They don't want to know.
These guys hooking up right away here, Charles. 2 plays, both passes in his direction, and both catches.
And in our time together, have we not seen the tight end position continue to develop in the passing game? You know, at some point, we may not call them tight ends anymore. We may have to come up with an entirely different way of designating that position and what they do on the field. Because when I hear tight end, I think of the old school, hand in the dirt, blocking on the line of scrimmage. These guys are much more receiver than they are guys who are going to move in the running game.
Now after the false start, here's 2nd and 7. On the counter, this is Akers. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A yard in the wrong direction. Makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Watson. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that.
Yeah,
moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, do I have that dagger play? Do I have that play and just finish them off right now? Because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Back to throw, Watson. That's taken in by Henderson. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. They'll be back at the 36. They call it a loss of a yard there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now on comes the Washington field goal unit. And he'll try and throw here on the fake. And this one will not work out. It is incomplete. It would have been a long field goal. The fake doesn't work out. And the Eagles defense able to hold. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive. They are currently mired in a losing streak. Now they get the short week for the Thursday night game. Do you see that as a potential positive, or is this just more in what has been really a string of bad luck for them?
Well, to me, it comes down to leadership, and leadership's got to spin it into a positive and make it an advantage for them. Yes, we're in a losing streak. Yes, no one thinks we can win, but we have the resources we need right here in this room. Let's go ahead and play better. Let's hang together and shock the world a little bit. Put it all together, they've got a chance of coming out with a W.
Airing it out deep for Smith. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Throwing is Hurts. And that is incomplete. The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And a great job on special teams to down it as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
On 1st down, they'll start out with Akers. And from the 4, they get it to the 8 on a pickup of 4.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, They gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about to us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
On second down now, it's Henderson, and he's up past the 10 to about the 12. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And the throw there going to be incomplete. So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away. Back deep, Deontay Harris. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. He's going to loft one deep left side here. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down.
And that's how you pick up a 1st down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Hurts. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. So now on comes the field goal unit. And wow, this is no ordinary try here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57. That was bombs away right there. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much. Don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best, and don't worry about the rest of it.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll give this to Akers running right. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Now Watson. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. 2nd down. Here's Watson. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Javon Hargrave. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? Looking to throw. Watson. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will fall incomplete. Well, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this 1st quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Eagles to take over. They've dropped 4 straight games coming into this one, remember, but they have the lead here. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. They go play action with Hurts. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so to pick up a 1st down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They'll look to throw here. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Goedert. 7 yards to pick up there. So that was a very nice play, Charles, from a very speedy cornerback.
And you can just see that whole play developing. That's where, as a defender, you just lock in on your target and say, I'm not even thinking about breaking stride. I'm running straight for the belt buckle because where it goes, that's where you find his body. And he was able to get in there and make.
And if we turn to the next-gen stats, the final clocking, well, it's ridiculous. 22.5 miles an hour from just shy of midfield. Hurts, and this is caught by Watkins. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 34-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace, Money throw right there to move the sticks.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a carry for Sanders. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Back to throw here. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 13-yard line.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
The Eagles into the red zone for the first time. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. Looking to throw. Throw left side, going to be taken in by Harris. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
2nd and 5 from the 8. They'll drop to throw. And it's caught. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. They run with Sanders off the option. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. That's caught at the 2. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. Going for it with Sanders. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Miles Sanders, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles had 6 to their lead. And this defense held out as long as they could, but ultimately the running game wears them down from the 1-yard line.
And that gets set up throughout the entire drive, doesn't it? And when you put those big bodies and determination into that carry, the end result, touchdown.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it was Miles Sanders who finished it off with a touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Here's Chris Claybrooks to return. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Watson now to throw. Got a man open. It's Chase. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Akers. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. A shotgun snap for Watson. That's caught over the middle by Fant. A couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. They run the counter. Akers, and he'll get it down here to the 43.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive linemen said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
On 1st down, it's Watson. He'll get this underneath to Henderson. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. Off of play action, it's Watson. Looking underneath, he's got Akers. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
On 1st down, Watson. This is the tight end Fant. That catch good for only a couple. 2nd down and 8. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. Coming up at the half, a reminder we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Watson's throw taken in by Valdez-Scantling. Washington with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Javon Hargrave, the D tackle, getting the sack.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
A hole to dig out of here, 2nd and 17. Another try after the 1st down sack. Watson under pressure. They got him again. Javon Hargrave, his 2nd sack of the night.
If you rank 1 from the bottom in statistics, that's usually not good in this league. And this team, 1 from the bottom in sacks, but somehow they've got 3 in this game. What's going on?
I know, they're 31 of 32. They better be careful, or they're going to be top 30 in the league. Going to need something special here on 3rd and long after that sack. What does Watson have in his arsenal? And he'll find Henderson there. It's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Now on comes the Washington field goal unit. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So they do get to 3 points before they hit halftime. Something to build on, maybe.
Yeah, go ahead and raise the banner, right? Wave the flag. That's good. Got points. And now, as you said, they've got something to build on as they get ready for the second half.
Let's go.
The Eagles offense going to take over late in this first half. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. On 1st down, Hurts. He gets it complete to Harris. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Throwing is Hurts. Flush to his right, and he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Hurts sets up to throw it. That's swung out wide to Sanders. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Washington going to go on offense one last time in this first half. And we'll see what they want to do. Just 20 seconds remaining here before the half. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. And now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is caught inside the 5. So we've come to halftime here in Philly with the Eagles on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and CD in a minute. First, it's time to take a look at what we've got coming your way this weekend in the NFL. Some of the best games of the weekend come in that 1 o'clock Eastern window, one of which features the Panthers at home in Carolina as they'll face off against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Plenty to like about the late afternoon games as well. As you see by the highlight, these guys are in for a battle. Take it on.
An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Washington offense ready to go to begin the third quarter. It's been a tight game to this point. What do they need to do, Charles, to break through in the second half and take the lead?
Well, I think the first thing they need to do is thank their defense for keeping them in this game. And you know what I think the defense is saying back to them? Why don't you guys focus on getting some first downs, put some drives together, give us a little bit of a break here. If we can get some rest, we'll play even better for you. And, oh, by the way, pay off a few of those drives with some points, too.
On 2nd and 9, Watson. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Back to throw, Watson. That's taken in by Henderson. And this play will be blown up. And lose yardage back at the 38. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Well, so much for bluffing the defensive line into thinking that they were going to be able to get to the quarterback. Instead, they sniffed out the screen pass and made a really nice play for lost yardage.
Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half.
This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you can tend to play the field position game.
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 6 there on first. On second down, there's the option going left. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Throw left side complete. That's Watkins. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield.
You got it. You got it.
And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Hurts. And Sanders has got it complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time, they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Here's Hurts to throw. Over the middle, the catch by Coleman. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll run with Sanders. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Going for the deep ball. And Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. Dallas Goedert, his first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles add on to their lead.
And that's a drive that makes everyone happy on that bench because they accomplish exactly what they set out to do. Take care of the football, eat up a little clock, end up in the end zone. Now they've got a cushion for the rest of the game. So they didn't just help themselves offensively, they helped their defense out as well.
The try here for the extra point. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. So an 8-play drive covering 80 yards. And it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Clay Brooks to return it. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. A look at Washington as they come onto the field.
and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big play there on the catch and run.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit. That might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. On the give, this is Akers. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Watson. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. They don't get the hookup there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Well, when you got a quarterback like this dead to rights, you got to make sure to wrap up. Instead, though, he breaks free and off he goes. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Hurts. Over the middle, complete. That's Smith. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. He'll look to throw. It's caught by Sanders. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. Sanders. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. Sanders again. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it was Miles Sanders who finished it off with a touchdown run. Clay Brooks to return it. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Now we get another look at Washington on offense. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Now it's Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. Watson's throw into the hands of Fant. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Watson on first down. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. Final minute now of the third quarter. Second down, it's Henderson. A very tough run, but for a short gain out near the 32. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Watson. Being chased out left. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now a first down throw, Watson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is incomplete.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this when I think a part of their plan was to hit them over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
Now left side on the swing pass. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And it'll be a third and about 13. He wants it all for the end zone. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down. So hang on. A big call coming on third down. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up fourth. Now it's first.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it.
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Darrell Henderson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And Washington able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taking it about the 1. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 16. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Goddard. 7 yards the pick up there. Working with a 2nd and 3. Now back to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Watkins.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw again. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Throwing is Hurts. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Ed Oliver make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's complete to Sanders. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. The Eagles send out their punter now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. 42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. It was Josh Sweat who got him down on the defensive side. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Watson. His throw here's incomplete. Washington on third down. They've converted 5 times on their many chances thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Watson now to throw. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Here's Tressway now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. Hurts throw here taken in as he's able to find Goddard. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. Hurts sets up to throw it. Going deep here for Watkins. And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete. Hurts. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away.
Let's go.
Deshaun Watson making his way back out. The focus of our players' spotlight. He's playing pretty well. I don't think it's necessarily him changing up something he's doing, but that O-line, they've got to protect him better.
They do. They've got to make sure that they give him more than enough time in order to find.
On 1st and 10, Watson. He's going to have the hook up here to Chase. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. Faking the give, now Watson. That'll be swung out wide here for Henderson. Uses the stiff arm. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A big play that time on the catch and run.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete. Again, it's Watson. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. On the draw, this is Henderson. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. On 2nd and 11 now. Watson, he's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up 3rd down. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Desperation time. Watson on 4th down. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete. Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out. And the Eagles defense able to hold. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, They can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Well, right now, really hoping for a turnover. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. To throw on 2nd and 10. Hurts. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. And once again, this is Sanders. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear. Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny.
And he is going to go down for the 5th time tonight, and this one is going to be a safety. So that a double whammy. Not only do you have to give away the football, but the 2 points mean this is now a 2-score game.
And 2 doesn't seem like much, does it? But it means everything in this situation because now they're going to have to look back, and ultimately that might be the play that ends up deciding this game.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They start on the ground here. It's Sanders, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game.
2nd down, back to Sanders. And now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout
as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
Hurts down to one knee, and that should just about do it.
So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia. And you look